In this video, I'm going to talk about BuildOn inventory and barcoding system. So for that, I've taken an example on warehouse, but you can create as many warehouses as you like within our system. And in each warehouse, you can have multiple locations, multiple aisles, and whatever way you want to create or set up your warehouse digitally, you can put that. In order to do that, you can click on create, and you can add your location type, whether it is internal, vendor location, or customer location. You can even pick whether it is a bin, it is a floor, it is a pallet, or is it an aisle. And then these locations are based on parent-child relationship. That means that you can create as many parents as you like, and then you can arrive at a particular location or create a particular bin for that parent. So this is how you can create locations in our system. And we have barcoding or QR coding on top of whatever we do. So in order to print those locations, you just need to highlight whatever location you want to print. And then let's say if you want to print it into one, you can print those, or you can print all the locations at once. If you're setting up your warehouse, it's very easy to print. You can download them and put it on your locations. Now let's talk about how to add inventory material within the system. So it is very easy. Click on create, pull whatever the materials you have within the material management system. It will automatically populate its group, how it is counted. You can create either the same, whatever the material ID has your barcode ID, or you can put a new ID on top of it. You can start with and you can set up minimum and maximum quantities. What this does is it going to throw some alerts when any item reaches to a particular minimum quantities, and you can order maximum quantities. So the cost price, the sell price, you can set up the cost codes, you can set up the GL accounts, you can put a cost percentage. Let's say I'm buying it for $10, you can put a 20% on it, it automatically calculates your sell price. You can put what cost code it is coded to, GL accounts. You can create as many additional fields as you like. Here I have created a class code, which means that based on this frequency of the class, you can do your cycle counts. You can put a watch list item to this, and it can come on to your log where you're saying that, hey, this item is on the watch list, so you have to pay close attention. You can add it to the dashboard, this watch list items as well. Here is an important aspect which is called serialization. Any item you can serialize it, that is, any item you can put a unique identifier next to it, and that way every item is now tracked instead of tracking by the barcode. So once you're setting up your item now or material, you can now see all these. You can see that some of them are in yellow color and some of them in red color. Let's talk about the red ones first. Red ones are nothing but here is your available quantity, and here is your minimum quantity. Your available quantity reaches less than your minimum quantity, it turns into red. That is, it means it is an alert to you that here you have to order more quantities. Right? These are all minimum quantities. Now you may ask that what is this yellow, right? Yellow is you have reached to a minimum quantity, but you have ordered already these items, but they are somewhere in the transit which are about to come. So you don't have to worry, but still it is a watch for you. Any item, you can print a barcode. Let's talk about these items which are serialized. You see the serialization. That means every item will have its unique identifier. So you can select all of them or print barcodes, or you will select whatever you want to print barcode, select them, and then print barcode and stick on them, or QR codes, right? You can even have material attachments. If there are any attachments on a material or a cut sheets, you can even see what are the recent changes on the material. And the same changes, you can even see them here. You see that what this recent changes is whatever transaction has happened on a material, you can track each and every item. If it is issued to a job, you can even see what job it is issued to, from which location it got pulled, and what location it kept into, who pulled it, what is your GL coded to it, what is the sell price, and how many materials you have built as well. So it gives a very detailed log of what happened within your inventory. If there is any audit, you can easily pull them and tell. Or even though if there is any piece missing, you can easily look at these and you can tell that, hey, what happened to that particular item. Now let's come back to what are these, right? These are 3 different locations in which the part exists, and these are the different quantities it exists in each location. So this is a very good information for you to track how many items are there in each location. So you see the current price on it. So this particular sample which I created, I adapted as average costing. So you can have average costing, first in, first out, and last in, first out methods. Based on that, you can see these pricings as well. So this is how you can see where your inventory is. So in your inventory movement as well, again, you can see a lot of information, right? Let's say what happened to this particular part. You can see it at that inventory level, or you can even see at this level where you can easily filter it out, and it can show you what is the movement happening on this particular material ID or part. One more thing which you can do is, let's say if you want to filter out by a project, you can just type in this filter, the project number in it. It automatically shows you what all parts went out by this project and what point in time, right? And you can export out this into an Excel CSV file. It's very easy to export it into a CSV file. Once it exports out, it appears something like this, and you can do your analytics on top of it if you need to. But most of the information is already there, what you want. So you can even print missing barcodes. Let's say if there is any missing barcode is there, you can print by this module. Let's quickly jump into a purchasing item, right? You can create any purchase orders here, whether it is an inventory purchase order, a project purchase order. If you're creating a purchase order, that means all this material you're buying is coded to a project, and it automatically pulls down the list of project numbers which are already existing in your database. If you're ordering for inventory, it doesn't show you a project, but it automatically shows you, it says oops, because you have to pick up a vendor for which you are creating item, and based on that it shows let's pick up white cap over here, and it only shows you what materials you order from white cap, which are inventory stock, right? As easy as that. And here if you see, right, instead of white cap, let's talk about some other vendor. If you see, let me pick up a material ID and let me enter some quantities and what price I'm buying this stock. Let's say I'm buying it for $10, and it automatically populates discount if you are set up a percentage on the vendor management level, or you can update it right from here. You can update the tax. You see here is your PO total. You see this freight duty tariff that is automatically coded per vendor, and it automatically populates how much your landed material price is in your at your location. So even though it is costing you $95, in order to come to your location, it costs you $135. So this is exactly what you need in capturing your inventory costs and then cost of goods. So is the requester on it. You can, if there is any release numbers or phases of a project, you can add those. You can add a status. Where are you receiving it? If you have multiple warehouses, your delivery method, if there are any special instructions, you can even put some shipping instructions. Once you enter all those, you just hit submit, it just saves. Once it saves, you can look at that material purchase order right from here. You can print that purchase order and send it to your vendor. When you're sending your purchase order to your vendor, you can even print barcodes to send it to your vendor. Here are the barcodes which goes along with your purchase order to your vendor. So that way it will help you to it will help the manufacturer or the vendor to put these barcodes for you. But if you're receiving on your end, and if you want to put the barcodes at the time of the receiving, you just go to the receiving section. You can go either from there, or you just saw how a vendor can scan these materials. As soon as you scan them, if they have an ID on it, you will receive it. If they don't have an ID, you just enter them manually, and then you can create the barcodes to stick on them. And where are you receiving them? What is the status? You can enter a receipt number and just hit submit. Because it is a serialized item, that's why it is throwing you some error, but you can easily receive it. Once you receive it, this is what it shows, and you can print this out for your record purposes and send it to your manager. There is another unique feature which we have built, which helps you to do better collaboration. What it does is, let's say if there is an issue with the purchase order and you want to create a task for yourself, you can create that very easily and assign it to yourself or assign it to anybody you like to. You can just put a due date. Say there is some issue with this, create it. It automatically creates a task for you over here. and then it will even shoot you an email that you have a task pending. Okay, and you can engage with your team from here, that I have a question over here, and that person gets an alert. You can send an email and receive emails from here, and then this is a recent logs which you can see what all the changes at this level. I automatically get an alert that there is a task created, and based on that you can respond back to the task. Shop requisitions are nothing but if you have a manufacturing in-house, you can create a manufacturing order, and based on that manufacturing order, you can create what all the materials are involved on that manufacturing order. You can put all these parts in. So you must have noticed it is very easy to create a requisition request. It automatically pulls what are the cost codes categories, which location it need to pull to. And here is another unique feature which we built. It automatically shows how many materials are available in that location. You see that? If you change the location, it even shows how many are available. You see that? So it's real time inventory, showing inventory availability. So based on that, you can see that if you need to put them or not. Let's say if I'm putting around, let me delete all these items, and I'm putting like 20, I need 20 from here. It says that hey, there are around 18 available. You have to pull from other location. Else, what it does is you say, oh, I still need 20, pull it from location, put it over here. You need for that project, and then saying okay in progress, submit it, and then you post it. So as soon as you do that for this project, you need 20 of them of WR103s. So when you go to issue against requisition, so it automatically shows that you're needing 20, right? But when you should be able to only pull 18, right? Because there are only 18. So as soon as you post it, so right now I'm not using a barcode, but you can very easily use a barcode and scan all these locations. So let's say, for example, this one, right? I scanned this location. This only check marks if you're scanning the right location. If you're scanning a wrong location, it says, okay, you entered the wrong location. So it is a validator for your warehouse employee to make sure that he is pulling up on the right location. And then you just keep on scanning these barcodes one by one. It automatically pulls it. And you just post it. As soon as you post it, this 34 over there, if you go into shop requisition again, see the 34 over there, it got posted. And the other two goes to as back orders. So 456 is my requisition, right? Looking at the wrong one. Shop requisition. So you see, it automatically got posted. I had to pull 456. I need 20 of them, but it automatically updates to 18, and two of them goes into a back order automatically. And as soon as the material comes up for that, I can now post this and issue against them. Or I have to change the location and issue against them because there are no more to pull from there. So that's how it is. Internal transfers are nothing but transferring from top bin to your overstock to your bin. So it is easy to transfer from one location to another location. Sign outs are nothing but if there is anybody just locking into the warehouse and trying to pull some without even requisitions. It is always advisable to create requisitions, because that's how using manager, your warehouse inventory manager, is keeping a track of admin's job and his employees' jobs. But if there is some issue at the job site and somebody's just walking in to pull out inventory. They just, because of the shortage of material and something, and they came on a Saturday, they can use somebody's help where they just scan the barcode location. For example, let me see. There is this part I'm trying to pull. Go to the sign out. Somebody walks in and trying to pull a part, and then they scan the barcode. See, that means one item is scanned at the time. Which project they are taking it to, either they can add the project number from there or from here. From where I'm entering from here, it automatically updates the project number, what is the cost code and category, what is the reason they're pulling it, and then who pulled it or who requested it, and then just submit it. And then you have to put a sign out number and then just submit it. Whatever operations I'm doing, the same thing can be done from our barcoding guns. We have any barcoding gun, you can use it. Through that, your machine just scans those from the shop side, and that's it. As soon as you post it, it gets posted. So you can create physical counts from the system. Let's say here is the physical count somebody we created in the system. So as soon as you create this physical counts, you're giving it to your shop guys, to the instructions to this is very easy. You can either import and export it or just create it. Once you do that, somebody has to come in and then perform the physical counts. Once they perform the physical count, they just go in manually and update all these quantities. And here is where you see that here is my current quantities, and here is my scanned quantities over here, and what have been updated manually. So you can see all of them. If something doesn't make sense to you, you don't approve it. So that's as easy as that. If not, or you can send it back to them to do accounting again. So this is how we do physical count or a cycle counts. We are calling physical counts, but they are both physical counts and cycle counts. So that can be performed very easily. And just now I said, right, issued this item right now for this job, and is the ID for it. Let me pick the ID. Yeah, I have it already. WR106TC. Let's say if there is a bar, here is the barcode P. And let's say if this particular part is lying out somewhere, and it came back from the job site, you happen to scan the part, it automatically shows what is the part number, what is the material name, from which location it got pulled to, which project it got assigned, who assigned it, what it got assigned. So everything, every detail of that information is right there for you, so that it throws in the right accountability if somebody is doing something wrong. So this is our old barcoding system, guys. Let me know if you need any in detailed demos on this. We are very happy to give you a demo and set up these implementations in your business. Thank you.